Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to the Regional Primate Rescue Center here in Zoo Tycoon Ultimate Animal Edition. We are just outside our bonobo forest with a zookeeper who, it looks like... Can I look at your clipboard? No, don't go on strike, come on. Welcome to the... Oh, you can actually look at the clipboard. Welcome to the zoo. Name, age, sex, height, weight, interests and hobbies. What does that say? Something, the perspective of speech. Recommended. Hello? Are you like doing some research or something? You're wearing a zookeeper uniform, so are you a zookeeper? Yeah, you must be a zookeeper. Maybe it's a student keeper doing some research or something. It's awesome. Taking some notes on, maybe the guest response. The guest response to an animal or something? I'm considering it had height, weight, and sex. I'm sure they're talking about an animal. Maybe it's something to do with like their responsiveness to humans, like their responsiveness to human speech, some recommendations. That's awesome. Are you okay? You seem annoyed. Is something wrong? Lady? Maybe she's got something's obviously wrong. Anyway, I wanted to give a bit of additional love to some of our other chimpanzee enclosures because I feel like we pay a lot of attention to the eastern forest and the bonobos, but not so much to these two, the newest chimpanzee enclosures. They still have been here for quite a while now. The central plains and the eastern jungle. Oh, we have another zookeeper doing her research, doing her notes, doing her daily rounds. Obviously, part of our big thing here is that we are very interested in doing research on these animals as well as keeping them. Alright, the epidemic's over, that's awesome. Can I give my janitors, how much money do you want? Oh my goodness, I suppose I do have a lot of them. We have like 10 janitors working at the zoo. Yeah, so maybe she's taking some just, you know, daily kind of notes on what the animals are up to. Which is very important when you are running a zoo. You should always participate in research when you're running a park. Because zoos often do a lot of research, like Chester Zoo. You know, the #1 zoo in Europe. One of their big things is research. Like when I went to the research conference, the British and Irish Association of Aquariums and Zoos, or Zoos and Aquariums even, get it the right way round. Research conference. Chester Zoo presented like probably half of the research that was shown off there. Like there was a lot of stuff into things like testing for hormones in large ungulates, things that you wouldn't necessarily expect to do research on, but it's all very, very important stuff into like regular husbandry of the animals, on ways that we can improve animal husbandry. Oh, one of the zookeepers is on a walk. You at lunch? Oh, did he like salute us? They give us a little hello. That's adorable. After all, we are the head keeper. We are very important here. And our Hawaiian shirt. I just love this shirt. I love it so much. Let's see, is there anywhere else? There's probably plenty of bins that need emptying, considering we have so many people here all the time. Alright. Get these all emptied. So yeah, the big thing I really want to focus on, at the moment is trying to get these guys to breed. That would be really awesome. I'd really like to see some variants. I'd really like to get a variant. Just one. Even one variant would be wonderful. We've got so many animals that we've released. I'm always getting news updates on all the capuchins in particular that we've released into the wild. I definitely want to... Hello! Oh, she waved! They do say hello to you when you walk past. That's amazing. I love that. Right. Let's see. I'm sure there's one around the back. I remember this from last time I had to do this. Last time they all went on strike. Okay. Oh. I'm stuck. There we go. Okay, so let's take a break from that for a second. Let's stop picking up garbage from the ground and think a bit more about all the things that we need to do over here. So, why is their habitat happiness so low? Because they're not they're in like a 2-star preferred habitats. Is it because their toy maybe isn't good enough? I thought I gave them like one of the better kind of toys. They were grooming? Oh my goodness, you have to stop grooming right when I'm paying attention to you. You're having a little nap there. A little nap. They always stop doing the interesting behavior as soon as I go and look at them. Righty, so I need to check out what's making them unhappy about their exhibit. So they have the vegetable feeding station, which is important, that's 3 stars. Okay. We have the calf croc cleaning station, and I don't think these make a difference, they do not. And then we have enrichments. I can't replace it? Or sell it? Oh, it's because it's in use, okay, but it is 3-star. Okay, it's 2-star for chimpanzee, so maybe we should try and get something that's 3-star. I don't think any of them are 3-star for chimpanzees. No, the modern tumbler is. Let's get them the modern tumbler. Because what I can probably do is replace, so I'm not having 2 of the same. I can have, I'm looking at animals, not enrichments. I can probably have, instead of that one, we can put the, let's try the carved cacophony activity center. Because they play with them all the same, but for whatever reason, it decreases their exhibit happiness if they have like not a good one. Does that help? Oh, that has food in it they can eat. That's awesome. I didn't have any idea they could actually like get food out of it. I'm so glad that they can eat from it. Paige, the eastern chimpanzee in eastern forest, is pregnant. Oh goodness, it's always such like a mouthful. Their habitat happiness is just like decreasing the whole time. Do they really not like it in here? Let's have a look. Enrichments. Alright, someone's using it, so I can't replace it right now. But maybe if I replace that. It's not dirty in here. I guess maybe they don't like the fact that it's grassland. Because I really wanted to not have the jungle one, but maybe I do need to have the jungle one to make them happy. Yeah, these guys, I mean, these guys aren't totally happy with it, but they're still, breeding, so, yeah, Paige is now pregnant. I think she was the one who was she the one who gave birth before? I really don't remember. I really need to pay more attention to my, You're allowed to eat. Yeah, you have got plenty of food, you're allowed to go eat stuff, guys! Alright, now can I replace this? I just want to see. Okay, so it is a tabletop. Yeah, I think they need something that's going to make them happier. There you go, that might cheer them up a little bit. So at least we've got all the different kinds of playthings in there. If I really must, if I really must look at animals interacting. Oh, zoo's paying 39. We're so close. We're 1 star rank away from being a rank 40 zoo, which is like the highest rank you can get, I believe. Like you can't go any higher than 40. Oh, that strike is over. Okay, thank goodness for that. Oh, it's just so annoying when you have a strike because you got to pay attention to the bins. At least with the zookeepers, they're never usually on strike long enough for anything bad to start happening. But with the janitors, just all of the bins fill up instantly and it just gets so disgusting. Okie dokie. It's just thinking about what to do. Because I'm really excited for Paige to have her little baby. I'm hopeful, very, very hopeful that Paige is going to give birth to a variant. Because it shouldn't, the rates of getting a variant shouldn't be like that bad. They should be quite good now. Okay, are they cheering up a bit? Yeah, they're a little bit better now. I think now they've eaten, they're less cranky. I guess there's not much we can do about that habitat happiness. I mean, hold on. Have I like put the wrong chimpanzee in the wrong enclosures or something? Because all of them are 1 star for grasslands and all of them are 1 star for like they're all exactly the same. They're all exactly the same, so I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't know why. So let's think. I would really like to get my rank up a little bit, so let's go ahead. High intensity internet campaign. It is free entrance, so you know there's no excuse not to come to the park. Nothing's broken, everything's running really smooth. I think because it's still a relatively small park. We don't have to worry so much. These guys are all really happy. Might be able to adopt a new golden bellied capuchin. I can, Alicia. They are expensive. Goodness gracious me. Let's see, 7, yeah, none of them are level 15. I was thinking maybe could I release them into the wild yet? No. These guys could all be released, but I kind of, you know, they're not very high level, and I've released so many capuchins. All I hear is about capuchins. I'd really like to release some more. There we go. Samuel can be released into the wild. I would really like to release. Oh, the red lemur does look different from the. Sorry, the female does look different from the male, at least in the purchasing screen. But when you actually look at them, they all look the same. That's annoying! Why would you not bother to model them differently if they look different in their previews? Alright, let's go ahead and release some of these ringtails. Oh, we've done it! We've got there! We've got all the way to rank 40! That's the highest in the game. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead right quick. Get a new ring-tailed lemur in there. We can go ahead. Oh, that's already full. I thought I took 4. Oh, because I've gone back to the. What have I put in there? Oh, the rough lemurs. I swear you can have 4. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought. No, you can have 4 of the capuchins and 3 of the lemurs. I'm getting mixed up. I'm getting mixed up completely. I'm getting my monkeys crossed. Oh wow, we did make it to rank 40 though. So now my only real goal is to breed some variants. It'd be really awesome to breed some variants, and then I think that's our regional primate rescue center like fully established. It'd be interesting to see what goes on in the meantime. Maybe it'll be time to move on to another park after that because we've, you know, Phil the Eastern Chimpanzee! He was born! Okay, let's go look at our little baby Eastern Chimpanzee. No special variant? No special variants for me? Okay. Okay, they're all happy. I think as long as they're... We have a level 15 though. Gerard, our dominant male, is level 15. Well, they always stop grooming right as I want to take a picture of them. God, why are you so like that? Right as I go to take a picture of you. Is anyone else grooming? Is anyone else good enough friends to groom? No. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think it made me happiest when I saw the baby bonobo playing with his mother. It was Chi-Chi. It was little Chi-Chi when he was a baby playing with his mum Tasha. That was really sweet. Sarah the bonobo! I didn't even know one of our bonobos was pregnant. The Zoo Association are delighted that you managed to have 5 babies in such a short period of time. They've entrusted you with an animal? Reserve animals. What have they given us? I have no idea. We have lots of ringtails. Maybe it was a ringtail. But that said, I adopted a whole new ringtail and I could have just got one from the reserve. Whoopsie. We'll do that. Whoopsie doopsie. Oh my goodness, but the bonobo enclosure, I think that's getting quite full. I think that's 8 now that we have. It's 8 bonobos. Yes, that's 8 bonobos, so we can only fit 2 more, and then until we have to start actually releasing some. We'll have to release some of the younger ones, because unfortunately our 2 dominants, Flower and Kim, they will probably never be able to integrate into a wild bonobo group, but they seem to be doing quite well in captivity, which was the whole point of the enclosure. What we really set out to do with this was create a space where these guys could form a social group in peace, you know, with without the stresses of, you know, being thrust into a pre-established chimpanzee group, or bonobo group in their case, and have to deal with, you know, not being able to understand the social behavior of other chimpanzees because they were raised by people, which is a real risk when you try and integrate a chimpanzee that's been hand-reared into a pre-existing group. It's the same with any primates, especially great apes, that hand-rearing them. Oh, now my zookeepers are all on strike. Oh goodness, I can definitely afford to just give you a bonus though, I think. Would you guys just like a bonus? A really hefty bonus. There you go. Especially with great apes. Yes, especially with great apes, because their social needs are so complex, they have such specific social behavior. And the way primates are kind of, you know, geared to grow is, unlike, for example, zebras and horses and antelopes, who very innately have a lot of their social behaviors kind of ingrained into them. They're born knowing, they're born almost fully aware. And I also just noticed that Holly the bonobo chimpanzee is pregnant, so we're doing really well in terms of our breeding in there. Yeah, they're pretty much born fully developed in terms of their mental capabilities. But the difference there is because they are a prey animal, they have to dedicate a lot of their growing time to making sure that they are fully developed enough to grow, and therefore they are more independent from their mother. When they... hold on. Okay. You know, they are more independent from their mother. Whereas primates, you may know, especially, you know from humans, we're a lot more dependent on our parents for a lot longer. We can't really look after ourselves until, like, I mean, age 13 technically, but, you know, it takes a lot more time. But the thing is, we're born not fully developed because we're putting a lot more of our energy into brain development. Which is the same for chimpanzees. So therefore, instead of being born with a lot of their behaviors ingrained, they learn a lot of it through social learning. So they learn a lot of it from the other members of their group. And now, unfortunately, if you are hand-rearing that animal, there's obviously a huge difference there. A human is not a chimpanzee. We don't have the same social behavior. We don't have the same behavior in general. We have many very similar behaviors, but you know, it's really not the same. We're not the same animal, we don't have the same sort of society, and you're never going to be able to get a chimpanzee to act like a little person. That's not how it works. So when you then try and introduce a hand-reared chimpanzee to a group of chimpanzees that were raised by other chimpanzees, they have like no social etiquette. Like, to put it simply, the other chimpanzees are going to look at that animal and go, why do you have no manners? Why do you understand nothing? Why are you talking in a completely different language to us? We don't know what you're saying. And that's kind of how it is, so that's why our older bonobos couldn't be released into the wild, but our younger ones may be able to. They were raised by bonobos. Maybe they were raised by less socially competent bonobos, but it may do a bit better released in groups. Maybe one of our animals in there actually is a bonobo that's been raised by other bonobos that raises the young ones. Maybe something like that. I don't know, it's a lot to think about. But with all that thinking in mind, it's actually time to wrap it up for the day. It's been a long, long day. I've been hard at work working on the zoo and running around picking up trash. And guys, we finally got to rank 40, so we'll have to see what we can do with that. We'll have to see if we can get some variants, and then maybe we'll see if we can move on to another park at some point. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again for more next time. Bye bye!